Welcome to Southern Florida, where for 30 minutes the crowd has had to wait for one of the most anticipated moments of the season, the first ever NASCAR Verizon Cup Series race at the Homestead Miami Speedway. No one knows what to expect. This track is different from any other track we've raced at. Heavy banking, oval configuration, just like Dover. But asphalt or the outside line is going to be your best friend, but you can't get too close. Just like Darlington, the walls will be painted in black. From the amount of times these drivers get too close to the outside wall and scrape it going into turn 1 and 2 and turns 3 and 4. Last week was pretty chaotic. We had rained out qualifying and the start of this race. Let's take a look at the drivers to watch for. Kyle Larson, the heartbreaking realization that he lost last week in Road America due to the penalty. He's going to look to get redemption today, though. Why not start it out by winning the pole? He's been the best car all weekend. Can the 5 car go to victory lane at a track where he's the favorite to win at? Tyler Reddick, he's also good at riding the wall. He starts in 3rd. He's the last driver above the cut line thanks to the win by Michael McDowell. He has a pretty comfortable cushion. He can build that up today or even win his first career win and punch his ticket into the playoffs, we hope, for good. Then there is Michael McDowell, the win at Road America last week after finishing 3rd. Yes, 3rd. Doesn't even have to win the race to win. But the 34 team, they look to build on that momentum. He starts 24th today. They just look to build up some more points so that if we have more than 16 winners, he's hopefully guaranteed. Kurt Busch, he also doesn't have a win. He's the first driver beneath the cut line right now. He'll start 4th today. He also has a good chance. He was really fast in practice, really fast in qualifying as well. The 45 team, they look to get their first win of the season. Let's go trackside for the command.
Hit more. Drivers, start your engines!
And as the drivers roll off a pit road, let's take a look at your Dixie Vodka 400 starting lineup. In row 1, it's Hendrick teammates Kyle Larson next to William Byron. In row 2, Tyler Reddick in the 8 next to Kurt Busch in the 45. In row 3, it's Christopher Bell next to Chase Elliott. And in row 4, Denny Hamlin and Alex Bowman. Row 5, Kyle Busch next to Joey Logano. And in row 6, it's Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick. Row 7, Martin Truex Jr. next to Ryan Blaney. And in row 8, Eric Almirola and Bubba Wallace, 2 guys beneath the cut line. Row 9, Brad Keselowski next to Eric Jones. And in row 10, Daniel Suarez and Chase Briscoe. Row 11, Chris Buescher next to Noah Gragson in the 16 this week. In row 12, Austin Dillon and Michael McDowell, who won at Road America. Justin Haley and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. make up row 13. And in row 14, Harrison Burton and John Hunter Nemechek. Row 15, Todd Gilliland next to Austin Cindric going to the rear for unapproved adjustments. In row 16, Corey LaJoie next to Cole Custer. In row 17, Landon Castle next to Ty Dillon. Row 18, Rick Ware teammates J.J. Yaley and Cody Ware. And rounding out the fields, B.J. McLeod in row 19. Race facts, 267 laps, just over 400 miles, 80, 85, and 102 are the stages. The pit window, 53 to 57 laps. First ever race here at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the NASCAR Verizon Cup Series. No track like it on the schedule. For the first time ever, we're racing in Homestead. Competition caution on lap 31 for the rain before the race. Kyle Larson dominates stage 1. As Kyle Larson making up those playoff points, of course, after the Road America penalty by dominating the first stage here at Homestead. Welcome back to the Dixie Vodka 400 here on ASC. Under caution for the first wreck of the day. Eric Almirola, very top of your screen. 3 wide in the middle. Christopher Bell just gets loose, gets into the corner panel up the 10 car, but he spins down to the inside wall with no contact on that number 10. He'll be able to continue. He'll just grab 4 fresh tires from the pits as the caution coming out halfway here in stage number 2. Look at Elliott go for the lead. Oh, he goes around. Around goes the 9, and everyone scatters, and they all avoid him. Wow. I think the 11 may have gotten some damage off the number 9. Hard to see. Looks like Chase just gets loose on the bottom in turn 2. And yes, the 11 does hit the back corner of the 9. He's coming down pit road to make sure there's not a lot of damage. And I wonder if the 9 made contact with Kyle Larson, if maybe that's what got him fully around. Really hard to tell from the camera angle. Oh, it does look like there was some contact, so does the 5 maybe has some damage or a tire rub that can affect him? But it doesn't look like it for now, but everyone involved in this wreck will be able to continue. Kurt Busch wins stage 2. His second stage win of the year. He got one back in Sonoma as the 2 Hendrick cars follow behind him. But this is big for Kurt Busch in the playoff standings. As here comes Bell looking on Kyle Busch. Oh, we got a car in the wall. That is Austin Dillon, and some damage to the 9 of Chase Elliott, who looks to be involved in this accident as well. Let's take a look at what happened to the 3. Way up by the wall, the black car gets loose and tags the right rear corner of the 9 car, Chase Elliott, but the toe link is broken on the 3, so that will end his day. The 9's on pit road. They got some heavy damage to that right corner panel, but he'll be able to continue. The 3, however, will not. Kurt Busch out of gas with 4 to go, along with Brad Keselowski, Tyler Reddick, and Harrison Burton, all affecting their days in a negative way. Kyle Larson comes off a 4 to win at Homestead. He survives on fuel, and after the heartbreak at Road America, he is the first ever winner at Homestead Miami Speedway. Kurt Busch ran out of fuel with 4 to go, and Kyle Larson does his burnout. His victory, fueled by Sunoco, fuel your best. And now Kyle Larson can properly say he has 3 wins on the season. William Byron, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, and Ross Chastain rebounding to finish 5th. And you have to wonder, if Kurt Busch didn't run out of fuel, this race would have been different. This would have been Kurt Busch's race. Kyle Larson was behind by 0.6 in gaining, but he wasn't gaining enough to where I think Kurt Busch would be able to catch him. Kurt Busch, 15th right there. Unfortunate for him. Brad Keselowski was running 11th, and he'll come home 24th, just barely on the lead lap. So unfortunate for all those guys. Keselowski really needed that good finish to boost the morale. Harrison Burton in the 21 also ran out of gas, 31st there. The big one, Tyler Reddick was running 5th, comes home 33rd. He ran out of gas at the worst possible spot, just off of turn 4, had to limp his way all the way back to pit road. Here are the standings. Kyle Larson, 3 wins on top. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, all those guys still. The points in green are playoff standings. Truex, Briscoe, and Reddick, those are all regular season standings above the cut line, that is. As we take a look at the second page, Kurt Busch only minus 30. He still gains a lot of points, so that's good. Almirola minus 40. Jones minus 48. I would say if you're behind the 23, you're pretty much in a must-win situation. So 17, 18, 19, 20, you have to get a lot of points in the next coming weeks. I mean, you're running out of time if you want to make the playoffs. But the next race, we're going back to Atlanta for the Quaker State 400. The new Atlanta Super Speedway style racing may provide that new winner that can mix everything up. This is ASC signing off.